Sit down.
Did you bring the money?
You can count it.
We trust you.
So what happens now?
You go home.
That's it?
That's it.
I can't have this coming back to me. I have a family.
You go home. You have a nice dinner. You kiss your wife. Do whatever the you do on a normal Friday night, and you let us take care of it.
Okay, you sure?
We're sure.
Who's the mark?
Oh. Him. I need you to make sure he buys the zoo, if you know what I mean.
We'll do this one for free.
Seriously?
Wait. What about all of his adoring fans?
Get out.
Go. Oh. Thank you so much. You won't regret this.
Did he smell like soup?
One job, Next.
From Hollywood, it's Jimmy Kimmel Live. Tonight, George Clooney, Caitlin Olsen, and special guest Oprah Winfrey, plus music from the Smashing Pumpkins with Cleto and the Cletones. And now, Jimmy Kimmel.
To be here. This show tonight, by the end of the hour, I think you're going to agree, is the supermoon of television shows. George Clooney, we already saw Brad Pitt, Caitlin Olsen, music from the Smashing Pumpkins, and we have one more tremendous surprise for you tonight, too. So you won't be disappointed. Speaking of Smash Pumpkins, you know what? I'll get to Trump later. Big news last night was that Diddy got arrested. Did you see this? This was definitely not the morning you want to wake up feeling like P. Diddy, because Sean Combs is in custody in New York. He was indicted on charges of sex trafficking and racketeering. According to prosecutors, P was head of a criminal enterprise that included, among other things, forced labor, kidnapping, bribery, and arson. He pleaded not guilty today. His lawyer said he's going to clear his name, and you know he's got a lot of them to clear, but many of the charges center around these wild parties he referred to as freak-offs.
They also seized evidence of the freak-offs, electronic devices that contain images and videos of the freak-offs with multiple victims. And they seized cases and cases of the kinds of personal lubricant and baby oil that Combs' staff allegedly used to stock hotel rooms for the freak-offs. More than 1,000 bottles altogether.
More than 1,000 bottles of lubricant. They won't be able to keep him behind bars. He's going to slip right out. I mean, what a trip to CVS that is. The charges in the unsealed indictment are very serious, but each time they reference the defendant, it goes like this. Sean Combs, a.k.a. Puff Daddy, a.k.a. P. Diddy, a.k.a. Diddy, a.k.a. PD, a.k.a. Love. That's 6 guys in one jail cell together. The judge denied bail, ruling Diddy to be a flight risk, which means he'll be detained for the duration of the trial. In the meantime, he's getting his character references lined up.
I am a very strict and focused businesswoman because working for Diddy for 6 years trained me to have to be perfect.
Working for Diddy?
Absolutely.
I love Diddy.
Don's never been wider.
DT.
I loved it.
You know, he's a good friend of mine. He's a good guy.
He expects.
Is he a good guy?
I don't want to answer that
Oh,
question.
wow. I
don't
think
know.
he's a good guy. I'm going to stick up for him.
Well, to be fair, he also thinks Kim Jong-un is a good guy, so only the best people. You know, last night, with less than 2 months before an election in which he is asking America to make him president again, Donald Trump took a break from protecting our geese to launch a new Trump cryptocurrency. World Liberty Financial is the name. They say they're legit. They're working with the top security experts in the world, including Zokyo, Fuzzland, PeckShield, and other top companies with names that sound like sex toy manufacturers. The guy behind this is a gentleman named Chase Harrow, who calls himself, quote, the dirtbag of the internet. And I don't know if you've seen the internet. There's some stiff competition for that title. But if there's one thing that's clear, is that when it comes to this new digital currency, Donald Trump really knows his stuff.
Why is it so important for America to lead in cryptocurrency adoption and innovation?
Well, it's crypto, it's AI, it's so many other things. You know, AI, speaking of an interesting future, it needs tremendous electricity capability. And China's already building electric plants, and they want to build them for, you know, for the AI, and it's very important. So you want to get in, whether it's crypto or AI or other things that are coming along, and it's part of the game.
In other words, he has no clue. He has no idea. All he knows about crypto is he's getting money from it. The Trumps will get paid for promoting this crypto, but according to Bloomberg, the platform isn't owned, managed, operated, or sold by any of them, which is something I look forward to hearing them say repeatedly in 4 years when this gets them all arrested. And maybe the weirdest part of the whole thing is that Trump's youngest son, Barron, is part of this. He's their DeFi visionary. That's right, their visionary graduated high school 3 months ago, which I have to admit is impressive. My dad would never have trusted me to run one of his criminal enterprises when I was that age. This family is amazing. The way they all chip in, each one has a specialty. Barron does crypto, Ivanka does fashion, Don Jr. handles the campaign, Eric eats Elmer's glue. They're all so talented. Don Jr. spoke during that announcement last night. Even though he's been very busy, the prodigal son was photographed at a bar in Palm Beach canoodling with a woman who is not his fiancée. DJ TJ, you may know, is engaged to Kimberly Guilfoyle, but I guess the orange doesn't fall far from the tree because this is Don Jr. having lunch with a socialite named Bettina Anderson. You can see their sexual chemistry is, I mean, look at how she scrolls through her phone while he uses 2 hands to squeeze a lemon in his iced tea. It's almost pornographic. And who can blame a lady for being hot for a guy like this? I mean, the way he wears his sunglasses on his hat, that chin, it's like Michelangelo himself carved him out of pudding. Of course, these stories about them kissing at the table are rumors and nothing more than rumors. And he doesn't need to be bothered with this stuff. He has important things to worry about, like blaming Democrats for the attempts on his father's life.
The media and the political left must immediately stop their dangerous rhetoric of blaming President Trump for the assassination attempt on his own life. That's not what's happening at all. Every notable Democrat out there is doing this on a daily basis. They've done it for years. That's why some of these morons and lowlifes get radicalized. They think it's their permission slip to go and kill someone who's literally worse than Hitler. Someone who's the greatest threat to democracy ever. Someone who's gonna stay in power forever even though he left last time. I mean, you know, minor details like that.
Yeah, minor details like that. Insurrection. I don't know. Sounds like someone did an extra bump of Starbucks this morning. I mean, he is wild, and I don't know if you noticed, but his use of the air quotes lately is off the charts.
There's less of that traditional, Sunday paper that everyone kind of used to read. So the number of reported crimes are down. My dad's needs to be eliminated. And these are the same people lecturing us about civility. Remember? Civility. NBC News called it a golf club incident. Someone who's the greatest threat to democracy ever. Someone who's gonna stay in power forever. Someone who's literally worse than Hitler.
Those aren't just air quotes. Those are his 2 best friends. And now, Daddy Donald has been caught in the rumor windmill, too. There's been much speculation about the nature of his relationship with frequent travel companion, a Q-caliber loon named Laura Loomer, who wants to make it abundantly very, very clear that she is not a concubine to Donald Trump.
As Kamala Harris likes to say, they ain't like us, right? She ain't like me. I ain't like her. Okay? I don't suck to get to the top. That's what Kamala Harris does.
I guess those are the traditional conservative family values we hear about so much. But as crazy as this Laura Loomer is, Trump and J.D. Vance, they are right. They're staying on top of Nutjob Mountain with this nonsense about Haitians in Ohio eating pets. They've now repeated this lie so much, a lot of their supporters think it's true. They did a poll. YouGov found that more than half of Trump voters believe the pet eating story is definitely or probably true. Which makes me wonder about the other half. I mean, the half of Trump voters who don't believe it, they're still voting for him? How can that be? I will tell you with certainty that if Kamala Harris told me Mexicans were eating chimpanzees, she would not get my vote, okay? But Trump, he's now blaming these people for eating every animal on the farm.
Old MacDonald had a farm. Bing, bing, bong, bong, bing. And on that farm, they're eating cats. Bing, bing, bong, bong, bing. With a here and there, here,
Clink.
there, everywhere. Bing, bing. Old MacDonald ate the pets. And big fat pig.
Very talented, you know. Today is the 13th and possibly final National Voter Registration Day. There was a poll done by American University, said 83% of young adults are worried about the state of our democracy, but only about 2/3 of Americans voted in the last presidential election. It's so important to register to vote, and it's easy to do. Guillermo, are you registered to vote?
Of course.
When did you do it?
Oh, I do it like maybe a couple months ago, yeah.
Okay, now that's a person who's lying to us right now. Quick show of hands, is anyone else here not registered to vote yet? Okay, you. All right, what's your name?
Bella.
Bella? Why are you not registered to vote? The election's 48 days away.
I just turned of age.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
When? When was your birthday?
I'm 19, so
Okay.
I guess I've had some time.
Okay, well, if you're here, you obviously have free time, so... But what needs to happen? Are you waiting for Oprah to walk out and give you a formal invitation to vote? What is it that you need? Do you need Oprah to come out here?
I think I need this tonight.
Did
What?
somebody say Oprah?
Thank you for coming, Oprah. As you know, well, it's National Voter Registration Day.
Yes.
This young lady has not registered to vote. Now,
I'm convinced.
Well, let me just tell you, registering to vote is so easy. You just go to iamavoter.com, right? And you put in your information. And this is such an important election. You do know that, right? You do. Now, it's an important election, and everybody needs to participate.
that's right.
And so 19, it's time. You've stepped into this powerful privilege of voting. Here's your opportunity, okay?
Thank you, Oprah.
Okay, you
Go back to your seat and register to vote, okay? Thank you, Oprah.
Thank you.
Oh, I forgot, and I have a sticker for you afterwards. It says, I met Oprah on it, okay? Watch Oprah's live YouTube streaming event, Unite for America, this Thursday at 8 Eastern. You will remind everybody of their duty, which is to register.
Their duty, their privilege, their power to register to vote, and talking about all things that are important to us in this country. That's on Thursday night.
Thank you, Oprah.
Thank
Oprah
you.
Winfrey,
Thank
everybody.
you.